I want a picture of
I'm going to get
her.
another picture of Rarity, though, because I've got the picture with her before I purchased this, so I'm just wearing a Portal t-shirt. Portal's awesome. Portal is awesome.
Have not finished the second one yet.
Has anyone seen the My Little Portal?
What?
My Little Portal?
No.
Yeah, I have
It's actually pretty. It's been out.
No, I have seen it.
They're up to 3 episodes. I
Okay,
believe,
here's
right
a
now.
topic of discussion. Who here has seen Flufflepuff?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Pink, fluffy unicorn.
Dancing on rainbows.
Go away.
She was hiding behind a picture of the background. That is,
Yes.
I just died.
That is ultimate stealth espionage action right there. Metal Gear Flufflepuff.
Go away. What? What do you want?
You stole it. This is mine.
You're not allowed on stage. Who is controlling the lights?
Luna's been banished. Lighter is returning to Equestria.
Oh man.
What are you doing?
Welcome.
lights on. He took the overshirt back. Now I don't have anything to wear over this.
So you know what would be cool? It's My Little Game of Thrones, and it could be set in Equestros. Yeah, think about that.
We talked about one topic, like what are people's theories on Nightmare's degrade or Luna's degrade into Nightmare Moon?
I blame everything else she had to go through, mainly with dealing with Celestia and no one liking her.
And her shadow being Celestia.
Yeah, it's definitely Celestia's fault.
I'm more of the opinion that that Celestia didn't do anything specifically. She wasn't paying attention.
Didn't do anything else. It's
So
Mario
the
with
God
Luigi's
complex. She
I
was
mean,
like,
you
oh, I'm
have to-
gonna let
you have to
fall
be at,
into
like, your
the
lowest
so I can
point
manage
to
you.
become
Learn a lesson
Nightmare.
3,000 years from now.
There was a flash thing on EQD not too long ago that showed it was Luna and her feelings during the period 1,000 years ago before she became Nightmare Moon and her slow descent into darkness. It was just basically her emotions taking over, and people, the other ponies of the world not giving her the love because they would all sleep through her night. And then there was that one night where she was like, I'm going to bring my moon up when the sun's up. And then all chaos ensued, and she started talking all evil-like, and things started going downhill.
See, I'm a nyctophile. I would totally get behind the whole Eternal Darkness thing there. Not Eternal Darkness for the, GameCube, but the one we were
Good game, by the way.
In my opinion, I think Luna's being trapped on the moon would have been a lot less tragic had the moon actually been made of cheese.
Yeah, she wouldn't have starved to death for 1,000 years.
Actually,
Oh, no.
Okay,
I actually don't like cheese.
Well, then we'll never send you
No,
to the
I
moon.
don't like cheese either.
Thank you!
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nasty.
Okay, people. I'd like to say something real quick because I like to RP online. I'd like to talk to other Bronies and other stuff like that. And I swear to God, I'm going to kick the next person in the teeth who plays Luna as the, oh, woe is me, no one loves me. No, it's been 1,000 years. She's gotten over it. Do something new. But apparently, no, she has to be the whole woe is me victim of circumstance, I guess you'd call it, because honestly, let's be honest.
Emo.
Yes, exactly. I guess there are so many emo pony fans that they have to project their own emo-ness onto everything. And no, she's not emo, just like I hate seeing the whole Disney characters all punked up, but that's a whole different rant for a whole different
I
time.
kind of like hipster Ariel. She's hot.
We could go into the ideals of Fallout Equestria, where the war starts after a horrible execution of a bunch of foals by the Zebra Empire, and Celestia can't handle it, so she gives the control of the Empire up to Luna, and Luna proceeds to make the ministries of the 6 ponies, and things start going bad and worse.
You know who's not named ponies? Muscle Pony.
You mean
Everybody loves
His name
Snowflake.
is Snowflake.
No, it's Snowflake. His
His real name
official
is
name's
Snowflake. He just goes by Roid Rage.
Can we just talk for a minute how weird Lyra sits? Like,
Yeah, I can't do it in this
she
thing.
sits like Ted Bundy and Married with Children. Like, if she had slacks on, they'd be down her pants with a beer in one hand. Like, hey, Bon Bon, where are the Cheetos?
Okay, no.
Bon, I can't get the remote. It's right there.
It's too far away.
No.
Where are you?
Equestria Girls would have been saved, in my opinion, if they had a human that looked like Lyra that's obsessed with ponies. That would have made the movie perfect for me.
I still haven't seen the movie.
She was great. Lyra's 300 pounds.
Lyra's a background character. They answered that Lyra's a background character.
Yeah.
And Vinyl Scratch is the secondary character.
Derby's somewhere in Equestria Girls too. She's in one scene like in the
No, she's actually in the credits. She's dancing with a muffin.
She's also in the cafeteria.
Yeah, she's in the cafeteria during that.
Again, still have not seen it.
Equestria Girls, I thought was pretty good. I love the music in it. I love the music.
Project Horizons actually explains Nightmare Moon. Well, what's your Project Horizons with the star metal?
Yes, it's the magic of that metal that actually degrades her. It's a metal from an asteroid that fell from space, and the zebras believe it is cursed and think that the city should be destroyed. But apparently Nightmare Moon gets a hold of it, makes her armor, and the armor turns her insane.
That sounds a whole heck of a lot like the plot to the Yellow Lanterns.
Why in the world is this it seems like the freaking Spider-Man thing. It's a symbiote.
It was Tokemare. That's what it is. That's what they called it.
One of the better fanfics I read is called, it has a sequel. The original one is called Stories in Stone. And it has a whole thing where Luna became Nightmare Moon, but she wasn't banished immediately. And she didn't go crazy immediately. That basically the ponies were having a war with the dragons, and she became Nightmare Moon to gain more power. And gradually became paranoid.
Yes, like we haven't seen that in fiction before.
Speaking of a war with the dragons, I saw this great picture of Fluttershy as the Dragonborn. She's just going, Boosro! Yay!
Flutterborn. There's a song with that, Flutterborn. It takes the music of Skyrim and puts Fluttershy's this place filled with so many wonders to it.
I feel the need to tell this story. So last Friday was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Birthday.
Thank you.
You gained a
21.
level.
What did you get for your birthday?
Lots of alcohol. I was 21.
Were you naked at your birthday?
Huh?
Were you naked at your birthday?
No, but I did not throw up after the 21 shots. I only remember the first 11.
You did. You did 21 shots
Yes,
in
I
a
did.
row?
Not in a row. No,
Oh.
through the night.
I was like, she's almost as baller as me.
I don't remember all of them, and so I don't remember it, but apparently I made out with someone. But anyway.
If you don't remember, what else could have happened that night?
If you were the one who was made out with, please raise your hand.
Yes, was it anyone?
No.
I would be pretty impressed if any of you were in Kent, Ohio last Friday.
Actually, he and I were in Nelsonville, Ohio.
I don't know how close that is to Kent, though.
Neither do I. I got no clue.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty far away. But anyway, my friend comes up. It's my first time meeting him in person. He's one of my internet friends.
And you slob him down. Okay.
No. He comes up to me and he goes, "Hi, I'm Batman. You want to see my pinkie pie tattoo?" So I say, "Sure." He proceeds to unbutton and pull his pants down to show me his pinkie pie tattoo, which is right
On that
here.
subject, you have a cutie mark tattoo.
I don't have a
Anybody?
pinkie pie
Anyone have a
tattoo.
cutie mark tattoo?
I don't have any tattoos. But that was my story. Felt the need to tell.
At least he doesn't wear on, I
I
suppose.
kind of hope Kage sees
Yeah.
this. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I see people videotaping.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Impromptu Anthrocon panel on the internet.
What are we gonna call this panel? I mean, we're four assholes taking
Whatever.
stage.
More Bronies.
The stuff that happened when the actual people didn't show up.
No, what happens when Kage isn't looking?
Ponies behind closed doors.
I imagine this is kind of what it would be like if Celestia just kind of disappeared for a month without telling anybody. You find like derpy hooves up on the throne.
It was like, I just
Muffins
don't know what's wrong.
everywhere. You know what? I feel like there should be muffins in here. I'm a little disappointed that there are no muffins.
I haven't eaten all day, so I can use a muffin.
Yeah, seriously. Most of us probably haven't. Who here has
I
eaten
ate the
today?
cottage muffins.
Has anyone not eaten today? Who here has not eaten today? Most of you.
Oh, and warning to all those coming in, we have kind of hijacked the panel because the person who was running the panel did not show.
Yeah, someone came in and told us that the panel was canceled, so we just got up on stage.
We were kind of already
took
sitting
over.
We were kind of already sitting up here beforehand, so we just said screw it, we're gonna say.
We're discussing ponies at least.
But we're gonna leave it 5. We're gonna leave it
Yeah, we're gonna leave
Lazy,
at 5,
don't
and I'm
wanna
gonna
walk
offer free hugs to
anywhere.
anyone who wants them before we leave.
That is reason enough to stay.
Exactly, yes it is.
I like giving hugs. I would do it if I was in a t-shirt too.
But the the metal bustier here.
I'm not gonna
That's
do
not-
Oh.
There's
So-
nothing else planned for the rest of the day in this room, so we can stay for longer.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't want to push our.
I don't want to push our limits, plus I want to go to the other.
What's the worst thing that could happen? We'll get kicked out of a room that has no leads. And I'm leaving when we go to the Friendship is Magic meetup.
Yeah, I want to see Friendship
It's
is
a while
Magic.
yet.
Have it another hour.
Well, I'm only gonna hang around till
Well,
5.
so we got another hour. Why don't we
6:30?
take
Yeah.
a topic from the
6:30
audience?
and the
Is there anything you guys want to talk about?
I want to
I
do
thought it was
both
fun.
and then stories of cocktails.
Oh, yeah, that's supposed to end at 5.
Yeah.
What was the worst fanfic y'all ever read?
What?
Worst
Worst fanfic. Okay, worst fanfic everyone's read at this table.
Okay, no, is this limited to just ponies, or are we
Yes.
talking all
Just
fanfiction?
ponies.
Okay, just ponies.
Well, the worst one ever read is 50 Shades of Grey.
Have you read My Immortal?
No, I haven't. I'm
Don't.
glad I haven't.
Save yourself a few years off on your life.
But the worst pony fanfic I have ever read is probably Scootaloo's Love for Pain.
It isn't bad so much, it scars you.
It's
It's-
disturbing.
It's a little terrifying.
Rainbow Dash, will you pee on me?
No, when I
Please, for the love of God, never do that voice again.
There's a new disturbing one on fanfiction.com, or
of course there is.
mylovefanfiction.com.
Rainbow
Pounds
Dash
for
will be
pumpkins.
like my big sister.
Oh, I
and
heard
pee
about
on
that
me
one.
all night long.
Yeah, I'll give you 3 guesses as to what it's about.
I don't want to. I'm not going to guess. Let's just put that here now. I'm good.
Then Rainbow Dash turned the battery up to max, and Scootaloo started peeing and shitting all over the place.
What about Sweet Apple Massacre?
Sweet Apple Massacre, I didn't like.
Please tell me that ends with a pony wearing another pony's face and a chainsaw.
On the chainsaw.
Let's think of what would happen if we combined Scootaloo's love for pain with what happened to Rainbow Dash in Swag.mov when she got her wings ripped off. What do you think would happen if that happened to Scootaloo?
I don't want to know.
Me neither. I like Scootaloo too much to think about it.
Wasn't that cupcake?
What is it with everybody in
Let's
Scootaloo?
not pick on the chicken.
They're not worth picking on. They will be food soon.
No, you don't. No, you do not attack the chicken. If you attack the chicken, all the other chickens are going to come out of nowhere and just completely bum rush you.
Haven't you played Zelda?
Has
It's
anybody
the
seen
chicken and
the
popcorn.
comic where Donna Tierra is picking on Scootaloo and then she's attacked by Jokos?
I see that.
There are more Scootaloos.
Actually, okay, I have a question. Actually, answer the fanfiction one first before we move on. Because
There's 2 other people.
Alright, so I've only read 2 fan fictions. They were both grimdark, and one was obviously Cupcakes, and the other was Cheerilee's Garden, which was a Saw-style fan fiction where Cheerilee decides that all the idiots in her class are like weeds, and she wants to clean up her garden, so she organizes a play where she gradually captures the children in her class and finds creative ways to put them to death.
I guess if I had to say my least favorite fanfiction would, I guess, would be Cupcakes. It was the worst written that I've read. I haven't read a lot of fanfiction. Tend to stay away from that stuff because, let's be honest, most of it's awful.
I read a lot.
Cupcakes was pretty bad written, but I personally love the persona of Pinkie Pie being a mass murderer.
Well, that gave us
She has
asking
potential.
And it has spawned so much art, it's crazy. And a lot of it is rather amazing.
No, that
Pinkie Pie cuts off your wings and makes them into a hat. That's the fastest hat in Equestria.
But yeah,
What were you gonna say?
I forgot actually.
I actually don't read that much fan fiction, so I don't have a
Oh
least
my
favorite.
god, we found the one person who has a life.
I'm a
We
psych
must drain it
student.
from her.
Yes.
I'm a psych student trying to get a PhD. I still don't have a life.
There are any changelings in the
I think that is what we call life. Working and going to school.
Yeah, no, that's all I do.
Okay, actually, I remember.
That sucks.
I remember what I was going to ask. So, I'm quite sure everyone in this room has watched at least one episode, or if you're like me, sadly enough, you've seen every episode at least 3 times over.
I got to be 9 times over.
All right, then. Question. What do you guys want to see for season 4? Like, what do you expect, other than fans rage crapping themselves over...
Twilight stumbling and screwing up at being a princess.
Yeah.
Honestly, I kind of want to see her freak out like in the episode where she forgot to do her homework.
Less
Yeah.
than 0.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Did anybody else notice that when Twilight became an alicorn, her cutie mark changed?
Yeah.
No, it
Did it?
doesn't.
No, it
She
didn't.
has an additional star.
It only changed when it wasn't on her body. It changed
It-
as
no,
a
it
band
hasn't
and
been
everything
shown
else.
yet. I've
That
made
did
sure.
get started on
But-
that.
Yeah, I didn't see it on there.
But it
This is
does
an
not-
analysis I have not done. This
But
is
it
all
looks
by
like it
level.
will be changed. It has not been revealed because after her changing and when she appears again with the wings, she's always facing forward, and after that, it's covered by the dress.
What about an Equestria Girls?
We don't count that.
It's part of it.
But actually, she doesn't have a mark at all. No one has anything.
The cutie mark
I love how
is-
you asked that question. The
What
girl
about in
front
the
row waiting
beginning?
to be
Yeah,
finished.
beforehand.
Oh,
At
yeah,
the end,
yeah,
she is
that's
the
right,
pony.
That's right. That's right.
Still haven't seen it.
I don't
Spoiled
remember.
the ending.
I'm gonna wait till
She gets back the crown and goes back to Equestria. The end.
I love the picture
But I
like
guess
this
that-
shows Twilight finding the crown behind the mirror. Oh, this is just a regular mirror. I guess I don't have to go through it then. End of story.
You ever see the comic Consequences?
No. But I
Twilight
would
takes
like to
bacon.
discuss the micro.
Twilight tastes bacon. What
Yes.
happened?
Oh yeah, I did see that one. I did see that one.
And then she goes back to Equestria and is asked by Applejack to help her bathe the pig.
All of a sudden, the pigs were dead in Equestria.
Mass murdering Twilight kills all the pigs.
So it's just like Minecraft
Well,
Equestria.
unlike other animals, pigs in Equestria aren't sentient.
Does she get attacked by all the villagers, kind of like when you
But the
set a
cow.
cow on fire and
Yes,
scare
the
him?
cow's
I only did that once. It was an accident.
I froze a chicken and I got a $50 bounty.
Actually, okay, no, that does confuse me. The whole what is sentient, what is not. Cows are sentient, but they still get put up in pens. Ghosts are not talking, but they seem to have jobs and they work for Iron Will. And
They have headsets. They must talk somehow.
no,
This
they
is
know
the
they
classic problem, like
They
Goofy
talk
being,
like ghosts.
Goofy being a dog and Pluto also being a dog. What is, intelligent
Yeah.
and
Well,
what's not
Okay,
intelligent?
another
Yeah.
question. In Equestria Girls, why is Spike turned into a dog?
I was wondering
No,
about
that's
that.
valid.
Sleeping in a
Because
dog
he's a
bed
filthy
anyway.
peasant and doesn't deserve to have human hands.
No, I know why. It makes sense because
He still has thumbs.
He's got a reason.
So I saw a little thing. Okay, Spike goes to Equestria Girls, he becomes a dog. What happens if Winona goes to Equestria Girls?
She becomes a dragon.
valid point.
That's baller.
Valid point. Actually, I think it's just the whole
She
fact-
becomes a sentient dragon at
Wait a
that.
second. Does that mean if Spike gets with Rarity, then Rarity's doing bestiality?
Yeah.
Yes.
Same as Superman and
All
Lois
right.
Lane.
I don't know what the terms of that are in there.
Yeah, that would be. I don't know.
Won't like
If it
Nightmare-
happened in
Nightmare
Equestria
Rarity arc,
Girls,
man.
though.
I think that just makes Rarity a furry. How many people in this con would get on with a dragon if they had the chance? I'm pretty sure, if we walked out into the main room there, we'd get on our hands.
What's
Do it.
going on now?
Do it! Would you get on with a dragon?
Yeah, well.
Alright. Giggity.
Giggity goo.
But, yeah, actually, again, but though logically thinking, it would make sense. Like the whole Winona thing, you go to that world, dragons don't exist here. Because that world, like our world, sucks ass.
Here's the more obvious question for this room. Who would get on with a pony?
What kind of pony?
Yeah,
Right.
depend-
Under what
depends-
circumstances? Because there's one in the dealer's room and,
Oh, leave that pony alone.
Talking pony.
Sentient pony from Equestria.
Yes.
No.
Sentient pony from
I'm
Equestria.
sorry, I'm not getting it on with anything.
only if I
that's
also
not
was a pony.
human or
If
fake.
I was a human, that would just be
If it's anthropomorphic, then yeah.
Dirty.
If it like was
Little
like
bit.
us bipedal, I would definitely get
Damn,
that.
dirty humans.
I don't know.
Okay, I have enough pictures of a character named Raven.
Okay, I have a question. What's your opinion with pony breeding? Do they practice polygamy or do they just practice stud service?
Actually, I think they
You
probably
asked me this question earlier. I remember you now.
Well,
that is amazing. That's how you
I
remember.
mean, with Shining Armor and Princess Cadence, we can see that there's clearly monogamous relationships.
But maybe only for the upper class.
He's riding a wheelchair.
And
That's polar.
They will
just
never
because
find you
marriage
right
happens
dirty,
doesn't
sir.
mean it's common.
True, that's what I mean. I think it's only for the upper class. But I think, like Ponyville, for example, they get Pokey Pierce and Big Macintosh over the entire town because there are so few males.
Well, I mean, look
Let's
at
justify
Sugar
the
King
fanfic.
Corner. I mean, those two are
Infinite crisis of offspring.
I'm still feeling it's polygamy. I'm thinking that Shining Armor and
Maybe it's like humans. There's enough pony for everything to be going on.
Yeah, I
Well,
think it's
somebody
probably
did give a good
personal choice.
explanation for why Ponyville is full of mares who are all roughly Twilight's age.
Because that sells more toys.
Well, no, in universe, a reason.
Plot.
Celestia stacked the deck.
She
She
certainly
made
stacked
sure-
something.
She made sure. She made
Celestia planned this all.
She made sure to make it so that any pony who was around Twilight's age and could possibly be one of the elements of harmony got opportunities to go to Ponyville.
Celestia
That's
built
why Rarity didn't
Ponyville
leave.
in the image of her.
Celestia saw that
that
video
was
by
Granny
Granny Partridge, ferrets. Eugenics really makes the case, so she eugenicized all the ponies.
Interesting fact
They're all
about
genetic
Granny
clones.
Smith.
What?
Interesting fact about Granny Smith. She founded Ponyville.
Yeah.
And if you go back to the episode Winter Wrap Up, they said that actually dated back to many
Hundreds of
centuries. So
Yeah.
that actually can kind of give you an idea of how old she actually is.
So basically, she's old as shit.
Yeah.
And she's not the oldest pony alive in the Apple family.
Yeah,
other than
that's
the older
Yeah, they
breed.
have that ant.
Yeah, she's way
Yeah.
older.
Apple Rose.
Yeah. But let's be honest here.
Well-
We can't really go too deep into age when we're talking about pastel, magical colored ponies.
I mean, does anyone in
Does this
Equestria
mean-
ever actually die? You ever
No,
actually
Yes.
live it?
Yes, there was.
Yes, there was a
Yes,
coffin
there
in
was.
one.
Yeah,
in,
in Hearts and Hooves
Hearts and
Day.
Hooves
So
Day.
does this
If
mean
you
Twilight's
were
immortal
descendants-
now?
In a
No.
row.
No, they've actually said that.
Look at all the
No, they
fighting.
didn't say that. They said that she wouldn't outlive her
But-
friends. They didn't
But
say
does
she
anyone
wasn't
ever
immortal.
die of old age?
Well, they're Miss Old Motherfucker. Let's be honest.
Well, here, let me
Yeah.
ask this.
There
How
was
long
a
is a
pony
pony
year.
the other world in Equestria?
What?
How long is a pony year?
You never know. Pony year could be a really long time.
When he entered that world, did he become a pony, as opposed to when they leave the world, they become human?
Also,
Yes, the
Because Dr. Hook is in the Elements of
universal
Harmony book,
form
he's canon.
template.
okay, but also this too. Think about the Apple family reunions. They say they have them every 100 moons. Now, if we look at 100 moons in our sense, thank you. It's an incredibly long time. Also, again, if it's every moon, do they mean every moon they see in a night, or is it 100 days? Or
Lunar
do they mean
phases the moon every
cycle?
night.
You're
This is
misreading
every
this
100
entirely.
days.
They base this on every time they see Big Macintosh press his butt cheeks up against the window. Usually when that happens, they know it's time for refresher course.
They see it
Well, because they have an Apple family reunion.
Definitely.
Summer
We'll see
Sun
Big Mac's
celebration.
butt from everywhere.
I think
Big
you
Mac's
could go all
best
the way to
princess.
Saddleberry and
Press
still
down.
see Big Mac's butt.
Big Mac's rear is rising.
There's actually butt
Since
prints
Lunar raises
all
the
over
moon,
Equestria.
the Equestria moon have
Shop
faces.
windows where Big
What?
Mac is
Since
backed
Lunar
up in
raises
them.
the moon, does the
You know what
Equestria
actually
moon have faces?
Do women have periods?
What?
No.
Just saying.
For the sake of common sanity, no.
Yes, they have phases.
Well, I
Women
always
go through
wondered,
phases.
so there's a
No,
blood
the
moon,
moon.
Yes,
God,
I know, but
Oh my
Luna
God.
controls
God,
the moon. Luna
what
is
would
one
it be
moon.
like when the princesses are on the rag?
It's
Everyone is doomed.
That's why Celestia picks on Luna.
Oh boy.
This is a great way to
Real
start. A great way
philosophical.
to start time here.
This is wonderful. I'm
Oh, of
loving
course,
every
yes.
moment of
This is awesome.
Yes, we discussed sex.
I've always wondered,
Hey, we discussed sex and had me
What-
brought up.
Okay, but wait.
what happens when Pegasi die?
They fall out of the sky.
I was thinking this,
Okay,
probably I'll have a ringed off area so you're not
Yeah, randomly Rainbow Dash falls out of the sky into Pony.
Well,
Let's see
actually,
it happen.
I do have a theory about this. During the Rainbow Dash micro series comic, which by the way, one of the best comic book covers I've ever seen. There's a, I don't know if you've ever seen Death's End. It's a fantastic piece of artwork, but it has Rainbow Dash with like this metal Skyrim helmet and like tank and armored up. It's fantastic. But in that comic, she actually enters one of the dark clouds, and there's a bunch of gremlins in there. So
Oh.
ponies and non-ponies can be inside of a cloud as if it had like physical form. It can support their weight. So my guess is that they probably bury some of their dead in the clouds, and that they probably have a cloud graveyard somewhere.
Well, that also ties into my theory
It rains blood.
of how
Yeah.
Pegasi goes to the bathroom.
Oh God, there's
There
a
are
fiction
no
actually
septic
deals with that
clouds.
where Pinky asked that question.
Septic clouds.
Do you know what happens when
They
a
fart.
jet ejects its waste product?
Oh God.
You know those like urine
Okay, can we
spheres
just
that
go
you
back
hear
to the
about?
class being made of cotton candy?
Didn't Laura Faust answer that question?
Yes.
No, she
Several
answered-
questions she
well,
just
yeah,
answered
they
with
did.
simple explanation. How do ponies reproduce? the old-fashioned way.
Well, here's the
That's
thing,
actually-
though. Pinkie
that's all
Pie
she
is
said,
an
that's all
agent
she
of
said.
chaos, and there's proof of that. She says okie dokie Loki,
Okey-dokey.
and during the first episode that had Discord in it, she's eating a cloud, and it's covered in chocolate rain.
Chocolate rain,
And
guys.
she says, for, quote, word for word, chaos is delicious. Pinkie Pie. So, I mean, she visibly breaks the laws of physics in just about every episode. If you see the Equestria Girls trailer, there's one where Pinkie Pie is off to the side and she's like putting balloons up or something.
Yeah.
But she's off camera and she's levitating. And the hilarious thing is Applejack reacts to it. She looks over at Pinkie Pie, she takes a drink, and then she spit takes. Like, Pinkie Pie, what are you doing? Pinkie Pie, stop!
And Magic Duel proved that she can influence other ponies to do it too.
Yeah. No. The best example of Pinkie's actual power is in Friend Indeed, when she spontaneously bursts into song and basically makes everyone sing her wonderful happy song. And also, not even that, but the effect in our world too, because I guarantee freaking to you that
This is what makes an improv group great.
Guarantee freaking to you.
Yes, and. Oh, I'm sorry, I thought we were doing improv.
I guarantee you that everyone here sang along with it too. The second viewing of the episode, at least. Or if you're like me,
Well,
you have it on your freaking phone.
Can we talk
That
about
is
the fact
because
that
Pinkie Pie is a
aware of
bard and
Generation
she has
1?
mass charm person.
Yes, she is. Oh,
In Too Many Pinkies, she makes a Generation 1 face.
Yes, she does.
She's the Deadpool of ponies.
How many of you
Deadpool
actually
has
thought that Too
pancake
Many Pinkies
fingers.
episode was really disturbing?
It really
Yeah.
was.
It was so disturbing. I love the picture online where they actually have like the human versions of them, and the Pinkies are all freaking out, and Twilight's just got a gun, and she's like, best picture
The
ever.
whole Pinkie Pie is the Deadpool of the pony universe.
Yes.
Deadpool owns a Pinkie Pie toy.
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does.
I don't have words for
It
that.
does show.
There's a Marvel masterpiece picture of Deadpool brushing a Pinkie Pie.
I've seen that.
Pinkie Pie, that's so random.
Wait a
Yeah, you
minute,
can
wait a
see that
minute.
all over the internet.
Doesn't Pinkie Pie like chimichangas?
Yes.
Like cherry chimichangas? And
Yes.
Deadpool's favorite food is the chimichanga.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cherry chimichanga.
Cherry?
Yes, well, there we go.
Cherry?
It's settled.
Cherry?
Pinkie
Cherry
Pie
chimichanga?
is Deadpool's spirit animal.
That was
Or maybe Deadpool's Pinkie Pie's spirit animal.
it. Maybe all superheroes have spirit animals in this pony
Or
version.
maybe Pinkie Pie. Maybe
Comic Con, they have an exclusive Deadpool 100, which has Marvel ponies.
I'll tell you what really tickles me is the fact that, for one thing, in Teen Titans Go, which my friends have affectionately referred to as complete dildos, I just want to talk about the fact that Raven is the physical embodiment of Grumpy Cat in that series. She looks exactly like Grumpy Cat, and she's a brony.
Yes, she is.
And
Now,
she's
one of
voiced
my-
by Tara Strong.
One of my friends on Facebook says she can't really be constituted as a brony because she's a little girl and she's in that show's demographic, to which I responded, Raven is the spawn of a multi-dimensional demon lord and she's not really anybody's target demographic. To which he responded that I underestimate Hasbro.
What about
never showed up, so they just kinda got.
For you that just came in, we're not actually the panel people. They canceled it, so we just kind of got on stage and started
We
talking.
stole this from
Yes,
us
you-
because we are
You're the most disgusting bits.
So they found out the original panel people weren't here and they came running.
Okay, what would you do if you found out a bunch of lunatics took over a panel?
I
Would you come?
join in.
Enjoy it.
Exactly. And actually, no, wait. I actually got a message from my friend while you guys were spouting off their talk about shoes or something. And my friend asked me, "Where are you?" My only answer was, "We're doing a panel." And I know he does not believe me, and I hope you put this freaking video up online so I can see it.
So we're not under contract. That means we can talk about everything.
Exactly, but we got a grand total of 2 minutes left, and I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get out of here at 5.
Do you guys think this should be a yearly thing? Should we apply for
Yes.
Why
How
not?
about next year,
Oh,
how
wow.
about you guys take turns on the microphones instead of us talking it the whole time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Make sure it doesn't conflict with Comic Story Hour.
Oh, of course not.
Okay.
No. That's for the other My Little Pony panel.
So,
This can be the
crotch boobs, no boobs, or chest boobs?
Wait, what about you?
Chest boobs.
Pinkie
Chest
Pie
boobs.
panel
No
at
cross.
random.
All boobs, chest boobs.
Can you
What about on a pony?
Yeah, can you milk a pony?
You shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
I would.
Just because you can does not mean you should.
There's YouTube videos that show people do this.
Let's not.
Just because you can does not mean you
The
should.
founders taught us this.
Wait,
know
wait,
just about
there is a
everything
flag
that
showing
can be
people
done.
doing this to ponies, except they were all guys.
So somebody mentioned something about friendship
That's
is
not an
witchcraft.
honor.
Is that you?
Oh my god, I actually love that one.
Okay, the only thing I like about that show is honestly the songs. I even like the incest song, It'll Be Okay. Nothing will top the two Pinky songs, Gypsy's Brew and what the other one? The Orphanage song. I love both of those songs.
Who really likes bananas?
And we're right with devastation.
That guy
There's a simple explanation. Our toy maker's creation, trapped inside a crystal ball. And whichever way he tilts it, know that we must be resilient.
We will let them break our
Our
spirit.
spirit as we sing our silly song. Oh, when I was a little Billy, Calvin Blade overtook my city. She off the orphanage, said take those roots if you want to fit it in. So I left 1,000 holes and cut a rug with orphan poles. Memories of blurred and the face are shared, and the words of the song. When you're right with devastation, there's a simple explanation. Wow. What was next?
Bungled all your
When you bungle all your bangles and your loved ones have been mangled.
Listen to this jingle jangle of my gypsy tambourine.
Wow. I used to know the whole thing. I haven't sung it in a long time.
You know what we could do?
I'm gonna have to
We could just
watch
sing
that
along
show
to the
again
film
because I don't
songs.
remember that.
Please,
Yeah.
we should do it.
Oh,
Nobody's
yeah.
coming here. Nobody.
Can we play?
Well,
we
can
can
we
do
sing the
Pony
Smile
Okie.
song?
Pony Okie.
Does anyone have, like, can get it, bring it up on the phone and we'll put it in
I
the
can try. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. Do you mind if we start with Becoming Popular? That's my favorite song.
Okay, we'll be becoming popular.
Actually, Steve's about to become vacant up here, so if any of y'all want to take over, I'm gonna roll out.
I'm actually gonna do the same thing.
Alright.